All right, what's up everybody? In today's video, I wanna show you the right way to stretch if you're super sore. And if you're like me, you've got a little girl, you've got an active lifestyle. I am sore all the time and I actually just don't know what to do. So I wanna put something together for you for stretching for sore muscles. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so here we go. We're gonna be doing 40 seconds of a stretch with 20 seconds of a transition because I don't want you to rush through this. So I'm gonna show you all the exercises and then we're gonna get into a stretching routine together. So the first thing we're gonna do is just shoulder rolls. So you're just rolling your shoulders forward and then backwards for 20 seconds. So I'm gonna be cueing you. The next one we're gonna be doing is an overhead opposite arm pull reach. So it's kind of a mouthful, but it's worth it. So hands up. Your left hand is gonna be facing me, right hand is gonna be looped back behind the wrist, and you're just gonna pull over to the side. It's gonna be a great stretch in your side body. That's what all the yogis say. So your side body is gonna be stretched. So I'm not a yoga person, so you guys can laugh at me. This is functional stretching. You won't be seeing me doing any Japanese ham sandwich or anything like that. So we're gonna be switching to the other side after 20 seconds, really feeling that functional stretch, but don't forget about your feet, okay? And don't lock out your knees. So everything's gotta be nice and loose from the legs up, and then you're really focusing here on your side. Then we're gonna do a simple bent over elbow grab. So you're gonna grab your elbows, bend over, and you're just gonna shift from side to side. So left and right, just letting yourself hang. And the important part, especially with stretching, is you just feel how your body reacts. And if it's too much, then you come back up a little bit. I just don't want you to force anything. Tension is okay, pain is not okay. That's not what we're trying to do here. Then we're on the ground, and you're gonna be doing hip circles. So on all fours, if you have knee pain, you can do this on your bed. You can roll up 3 or 4 towels. You can do it on a carpet. What you're gonna be doing is rotating around and just really stretching out your back and your hips. And then you're gonna be switching directions. Again, I will cue you on this switch. And then we're gonna transition into one of my all-time favorite stretches, which is called the pigeon pose. So from your all fours position, what you're gonna do is push up on your left toe, bring your right knee in between your hands, and you're just gonna sit into this stretch. Now, if this is too much for you, like it's just too much of a stretch, you can push back a little bit and just hold yourself up. If it's not enough stretch, you just go straight down, big breath, and you can just feel it here and just sit into it. And then the transition, pushing up on that back left toe, and then just switching and just sitting into this stretch. The final stretch, I like to call it, it's not even really an official stretch, but you're gonna be laying on your back and you're just gonna be extending as far as you possibly can, reaching back, pointing your toes as if someone is stretching you from head to toe, and just really reach here. That's one of my favorite ones. I do it every single morning, get out of bed, it really helps. So let's go ahead and do this together. I'll cue you on the time. So the first thing we're starting with is the shoulder rolls. So get into position here, chest up, shoulders back, starting in 3, 2, 1, and you're just rolling those shoulders forward, and I'll switch you. So just really rolling here. Take a big breath in. Take this time to just relax. If you want, you can even close your eyes. Just listen. Big breath here, nice. 3, 2, and then you're going backwards. Good. Big breath, really roll. And when you roll back, don't let your rib cage splay apart. Keep everything tight. This is stretching, but at the same time, you don't want to go loose, right? If you can get core work at any point during your day, do it. Just keep that core super tight. Big breath. And 1, and just shake it out and get into position here. So hands overhead. What I want you to do is reach up to the sky, focus on your feet being rooted, heels planted in, knees bent, squeeze your knees together, fire the inner thighs, loop that right hand over the left, and then just pull while at the same time pulling in your belly button. Don't hold your breath here, try to keep your eyes on me, because if you look down, as you can see when I look down, my posture goes down. So you wanna keep a nice tall posture, but at the same time, you don't wanna have your rib cage splayed out. So really pull on that rib cage. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, get deeper and deeper and deeper into the stretch. And then go ahead and switch sides. Really pull here. Remember, start from that ground up, ground the heels, press the knees together, pull the core in, and then extend that arm. Big breath in through your nose, out through the mouth. Roll that tailbone under, right? Don't arch the back, and drop it down. Getting ready to go into that bent over stretch. So you're gonna be hinging your hips backwards. Okay, go ahead and grab both elbows and just hang here for a second. What I want you to do now is come a little bit farther apart with your legs. You're just be bouncing back and forth. So this is not an aggressive bounce. This is just to get deep behind that hip muscle, back behind your butt, really stretch things out there. Just be nice and even with your movements, especially even with your breathing. Good work here. Now I want you to sit and really extend that right leg and sit into this for a second here. And then switch into the left leg, good work. And then back again to the right. Push through the heel for me here. Big breath, and then back again to the left, and just hold it here for the remainder, which is 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. What I want you to do is stand up nice and slow. We were bent over, so I don't want you to get vertigo and flop over. Even though we are going to the ground, I don't want you to fall over. So we're going down here. Big breath here on all fours. Get into position. Nice wide fingers to protect your wrists. Take a big breath in, roll the tailbone under. We're gonna start our rocks back and forth. Ready? 20 seconds. We're going clockwise first. Just take this time to really breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth, extend out and over. And remember, if you're having any knee pain, you don't have to go back as far, right? You can just stay in this zone right here. It's gonna give you that same back and spine stretch, and then go ahead and switch directions. So now we're going counterclockwise. If you can really move into this, a great way to warm up your hips and your back and even your shoulders as we do this. 8 seconds, good work here. Big breath, 3, 2, 1. I just want you to shake it out. And I want you to just inch your fingers forward here for a second as we transition to that pigeon pose. Just want you to sit back and forth, release your back a little bit here. Now, once you get in that all fours position again, go ahead and push up on your left toe for me. Bring that right knee in between the hands. Lay those left toes down, look up to the sky, and just push into that hip back here. That's where you're gonna feel the bulk of the stretch. Remember, if you need a little bit more, or you can do a little bit more, put that head down. Big breath into the nose, out through the mouth. I want you to slowly transition to the next side. So roll that left toe under, back on the right toe, left knee in front, and just sitting, push up to the sky. Now, if your hips are not the same, like you are tighter on one side, totally fine. I tend to hold sage on my left side, so as much as I want to, I still pop out that hip, so my left side is way tighter. So don't think that you're weird. If it's not tight on one side, it's probably you're a little bit more weird than everybody else. Just saying. So we'll get into position here on your next stretch, which is my favorite one. On your back, really feel like you're gonna extend. Big breath here, and just extend out. So it's gonna be hard to hold this for the full 40 seconds. So what I want you to do is listen to my voice. We're gonna count down from 10, 9, really stretch, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax here for a second. Take a big breath. Go ahead and extend your arms out. Another 10 count here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Big breath here. We're gonna go one more time. Big breath in. 7, 6, 5, 4. Really stretch here. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly sit up. Slowly come to standing now, and actually do this really slowly because we were laying down. You will for sure see black spots everywhere, so just take your time. We're gonna get into round 2 here. So heart rate should be down. You should be feeling pretty loose right now. So we're gonna go ahead and start with those shoulder rolls forward. Just roll them forward. Feel that breath, and remember, focus on what your feet are doing. Okay, so you don't want to have your knees locked out and doing this. Like, this won't do anything for you. You have to be really present when you stretch, because if you don't, you're just moving, and it's not really, moving's not bad, but it's gonna be waste of the time that you do have to work out. So you wanna make sure that you're really focusing on this movement. It's not long, go ahead and switch backwards. So just be present. Like, just think about your workout, your body, a lot of other stuff going on in your life, for sure, everybody does. but you can take 8 to 10 minutes to do this. And you'll feel so much better about, one, yourself, but you're also gonna feel better about the rest of your day if you get this done. Last one, okay, shake it out, get into positioning here. And I really wanna harp on this positioning. We have a little bit of time to transition, so feet just tiny bit wider than shoulder width. Go ahead, squeeze the knees together, press to the heels, feel the inner thighs fire, up, overlap that right to left, and just pull. Big breath in, and out. In, and out. Really just focus on this breathing. Good work here. Chest up, chin up. Practice great posture even under stress here. Pull the core in and go ahead and switch sides. Big breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Should be feeling, one, loose and also alive at the same time. When you really stretch, you feel loose, but your body's like really activated. And I never used to stretch because I just wasn't that flexible, but it's just so necessary to do dynamic stretching and just stretch it out here. Just shake it out, because I find that yoga classes are really intimidating for people that aren't flexible. So to be able to do something that's functionally flexible is just, it's so beneficial, and I'm so glad that I'm able to share it with you, because I think, like me, you're probably not super flexible. So now we're down on the ground, looking down and just shifting back and forth. So with this, just really focus on your hamstrings. And hamstrings is just a fancy word for the back of your legs, especially the top. Okay, that's your hamstring. A good way to remember it is moons over my hammies. Basically, your butt is on top of your hamstrings. I know it's a funny saying, but we also do that. So just sit into this right side, big breath here, and then transition to the left side. And just hold this, take your time, big breath, drop those arms down, shake them out. Slowly come up and then transition down onto the floor for all fours, okay? Really stretch those hands out, protect the wrists, and what we're gonna be doing is just clockwise, and just take your time. Clockwise here, feeling your hips stretch, feeling your shoulders stretch. Taking a big breath here. Good work. Added an extra couple seconds for you because a little bit more stretching is never a bad thing. Good, big breath here. Let's go last one, all the way up to the top, and then you're gonna switch directions. Good work. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Remember, after this, we're gonna take our time, get into that pigeon pose. So there is a method to this madness. Really transitioning from one exercise to the next ensures that you're stretching everything that matters in a very short amount of time so that you can be flexible and functional throughout your day. Next exercise here is that pigeon. So let's just take our time, release that spine a little bit with the child's pose. Now go ahead, roll that left foot under, bring that right knee in between the hands as best you can. Look up to the sky, feel the back of your hip here. Really stretch, and then if you need to, just come straight down. Take a big breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Focus on that stretch, and then you're gonna go ahead and switch. So pressing up on those toes, and then switch down. Lay that toe out, and just sit into this. Big breath, nice work. Remember, if this is too much for you, just put more pressure on your hands, or you can use a block or rounded towels to give you a little bit more leverage. Big breath. Just hold this for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and then switch sides on your back. Big breath here. This is the last piece of this puzzle, so really focus on recentering yourself. Take a big breath in through your nose. Really stretch. As you exhale, extend the toes, extend your fingertips, and reach, 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 reach. Now, in this extended position, I want you to try something. I want you to try to pull your belly button in towards your spine and roll your tailbone under. This is one of the hardest exercises because it's forcing you, as you're extended, to flex. Now, when I had Sage, I had diastasis recti, which is basically she tore apart my ab wall, which is very painful, but I have a big gap between my abs. So I often do this to help strengthen my core. And you can do this if you haven't had a baby. It just really helps tighten up that girdle. So let's hold this for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, extend, 2, and 1. And just roll up to a seated position. Swing around and just stay seated for now. Take a big breath in. I just want you to push down on your knees. Take a big breath. Almost done here. Roll out your neck. Just do what feels good. So if you need to kind of crack your back or you need to move around, you really will know what's best for your body. We can just guide you on what to do. So take a big breath here and you're done. A little bit of functional stretching, no crazy yoga moves. You don't have to go to a yoga class, but if you did like this video, down below I have a very similar stretching routine that you're absolutely gonna love. Go ahead and grab that. Make sure to always comment about what your favorite exercise was or what you're looking for, because I really wanna make sure that I'm not just randomly putting up videos. I wanna know what you want so I can create it. All right, have a great rest of your day and we'll talk soon.